So to do this here, I want to take the door stop out. I'll put it back in. Let's try a 2-incher because we can. Again, you could use the Nano, which may even be a better tool, but I want to play with it just to see how this works. I already blew this pad out. It's a brand new pad right out of the box, but I did blow it out, so let's prime it here. I have to put a little bit more polish on. Wow, so much control. Now it's only a 3mm orbit. Silly amounts of control on this. This is great. I don't even need to worry about taping with this puppy. I can get right up in there with no issue at all. Let's see if it's actually doing the job. That tiny little orbit. Yeah. Doesn't take much to correct this paint, that's for sure. So just keep moving along here. I didn't get this section yet. So this takes a little bit more management of the throttle, but it's doing the job. But I have a lot more control with this little 2-inch pad and the 3mm orbit around this edge work here. So because I do have plenty of space here, I feel like I can get in here with precision without worrying about hitting. So I'm not even going to worry about taping this here. So I'm going to come to about here, and then we'll open the door and put the door stop in again. I also want to do this edge on the bottom here and this piece. I think I want the 1-inch for here. As always, you know, blowing out my pad option often. Double check our work here and make sure this is doing what we're hoping. I don't know that I would do this on all of the doors, but with this tool, but it's kind of fun to test it out. Yeah, it's doing it. Maybe not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna want the DA here. It's doing most of it, but it's not doing as good of a job as it could, but certainly a viable tool for certain instances. I'm going back to the Nano for this. Remember, smaller pad, more aggressive, combined with I'm up next to the edge. You just need to be aware of that. I don't think you need to be scared, but you need to be aware of it. just to keep myself organized, I'm going to do one panel at a time. And I'm going to speed this up a bit here and maybe do a little larger section. Making sure to manage the edge of my pad up next to the edge of the panel. Oops, that was a little too much. Let's spread this around. I'm running at like speed 3.5. Speed 4. And be careful on these peaks. I don't want to sit there holding it on the peak of the door trim there forever. I've already done the top side. It really shows you, even with a cool pneumatic tool, how viable I think the Nano is. I really like it. I know some people don't like it as much because it'll tend to stall, but I think it's great. I'm finding myself, as I become more and more discerning about polishing, you know, back in the old days I just moved some polish around and hope everything kind of came out for the best. Yeah, that's the ticket. So I'll go through and I'm going to open the door back up. Now I can get all of this a little easier, and I don't even need the Nano for here. I can go 3-inch. I don't like how, maybe it's just mine, but my Nano tends to change speeds there on its own. So I might show you a little quicker version when I do the next door, but the idea is going to be go around, knock out all the edges with the edge tools, and then we'll come back and finish the larger section with the bigger 5-inch. You're using the combination of the 3s, the 1s, the 2s. Of course, you can fit a 2-inch pad on this as well. Remember, smaller pad, more aggressive. I keep saying that. It seems so counterintuitive. So at this rate, at this speed, I ought to be done with this by March. I promise I'll be speeding it up here soon. When I turn the camera off and stop messing around with you guys. Yeah, that looks pretty darn good. It's the depth and clarity we're getting. I mean, the car already looks so great under the lights, but it's like next level awesome now. So now we can grab our 3 and go back to edge working. Of course, I'll probably have the 3-inch electric out as well, but again, once you use this pneumatic, the electric seems so pedestrian in comparison. Almost, sorry, I'm going to get in your way here. I almost want to come up higher. In fact, I do. Why not? I've got the darn. I need a remote control for my lift. How's that for service, huh? That's awesome. No more compromising. All right, so let's take the big boy here. This is the LTA 125 triple action. You're going to hear the sound different. And notice anytime I leaned in on the LHR 75, the regular high-speed pneumatic dual action, that thing would slow down or change speed. This one won't do that quite as much. So we have a little bit more. When I lean in, it has a lot more torque. I can already tell for this panel here, I'd like the electric more than that big one. Unlike the 3-inch, where I really prefer it than the electric. Yep, still does the job. Nicely done. This will finish up the door right here. It's so cool. I love the gear. I love the gear more than I like doing this by a long shot. But what's the point of having the gear if you don't actually use it, right? I don't know. I like playing. I like coaching the game more than I like playing the game. So again, our spot procedure here. It's right there. Jescar microfiber, blow it out. Agitate it a little bit. A little polish on here. I'm going to be really careful with this. Slow it down. I'm going to make a few quick passes. See if that did it. Almost. So just a couple of quick passes. Boom, gone. Amazing. Just fix that up here. Just like that, fixed. And we have a completed door. Awesome. Now I guess we can work on the jam. So first thing we'll do here is clean up the jam here. It's an eraser. I'm thinking I should just compound this whole thing since it's a little beat up. I guess you just compound it and finish it. So you get all scratches from getting in and out. Normal wear and tear. Tape this first. I want to get polish on that. Nano correction compound. some of this is not going to correct out, I can already tell. Again, we're not going to perfect this, but we can massively improve it. Oh yeah. Improved it. This section here is pretty beat up. Blow this out. Second pass improved a little bit more. I'm not going to put more polish on because I don't want to fling it, but I'll come up here and do this. I don't even want to get the lights out. I just want to make a little improvement here. For my eye, it looks great. That's what I want. So I'm gonna keep working on do this little section here, do this right here, and then we'll hit the lower. So we just went in with microfiber and the microfiber, and then went in and hit these areas. I'm not gonna worry about getting the Jessica or getting the perfect finish all up in here. So what I'm gonna do is just hit the bulk areas with the electric 3-inch. I just feel like this is probably going to fit in there a little bit better than the pneumatic will. A little easier to manage. I don't want a ton of polish because I don't want to fling it all over the place, but I'm running a P3 here. I mainly just want to clean up this area that I was just compounding on, because it cases a little bit in the compound. That's the extent of what I'm going to do for the jams. We really, oh man, really changed it. So being the lowest part of the car, I mean, I'm not going to get in with a hand polish or hand towel or anything like that and try to get too crazy on this, but I did want to clean it up a little bit because there was quite a bit of damage there from getting in and out, and I'd say it's a significant improvement. And then just jewel it up a little bit there with the perfect finish. So I'm going to call this a 1.5 step polish, because we will need a little bit more than the Sonax on certain spots. So I'm going to do that same process to the door, and we'll probably grab the melee here, and I'll be giving you, we'll probably have 3 or 4 different videos as part of the polishing portion of the series. So whatever other stuff comes to mind, I'll be chatting you through that. Patrick's here, I'm going to give him a tour. It's been cool. I mean, someone's come here, at least one person every single day since we've opened here. So there's the door jam. All right, so let's roll through this a little quicker. I'm going to do this door. I've already done the jam inside, so I'm going to roll through this, and then I'll probably jump around and show you a little bit quicker process than the way I did it before. So I'm going to do, actually what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do all the edges like I was talking about, and then we'll come and do the bigger areas at the end. So I'm going to do this first. I used to tape these off, but I find that the real thick factory ones, it really doesn't matter. So the polish doesn't tend to get all up under it, so I usually just polish it without taping it. So there's the entire door done. I don't know, what was that, 15 minutes or so from start to finish. The other door took me 2 hours doing all kinds of videoing and playing. Again, if you have some high-end paint protection film, I would suggest taping this, but again, these factory, probably 3M, old school, really thick, really heavy, little PPF protector thing here on the rocker area, little stone guard. I tend to just polish right over them. They don't tend to lift like other film might, or film that you really cared about lifting. See, I just come back over the edge, polish comes up. Now if you see it, it's already started lifting. You may want to tape the edge so you don't get any polish in there, but notice just a quick wipe like that and I'm good to go. And there's our door. So that's our pneumatic stuff. So I'll probably roll through, a good section of the car, not on video, and do a lot of these lower sections here, do the fenders and the rear bumper. What I think I'm going to do is knock out all the parts that I hate, which now I like because the car is at eye level. I'll knock those all out, and then I'll put the car down, and then we'll start to do some other stuff like using the pneumatics on like the hood and show you edge work, and then maybe get out the melee and see how that responds to this paint, play with some other different systems. But anyway, thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed the pneumatic stuff, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow on the whatever I'm doing next. What happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor, foot to the floor.